If you are queer, trans, Hispanic, or Afro-Latino, you need to watch this show. You need to run to Prime and watch this show now. I am telling you guys, you are going to love it. Like, please watch it and, like, please come back and comment, please.
Y'all, I have to fold this laundry, but I'd rather see who's calling. Okay.
When I be saying that heterosexual relationships and their dating dynamics are trash, this is what I be talking about. Like, saying all of this to basically say you want a man that don't like you. Like, misogyny is so normalized and standard that it's now a dating requirement for her. That's so weird. You want a man that doesn't like you? That's gonna talk shit about you to different people? Why is it? And she really defended it. Like, she didn't even try to defend it, double down on it. Like, girl, that's what a therapist is for, not your raggedy ass friends. Can we be honest? This is why y'all relationships don't work out. Y'all be talking to the wrong people. I mean, y'all be broken in the first place. Y'all be broken and trying to analyze everybody else, but you really need to be analyzing yourself, because how the hell do you get on the internet and say this with your whole chest as if none of this is wrong? I just know she watched her mama get her ass beat or get disrespected by her daddy or somebody, and it's now normal for her, and that's what she wants.
He love how I ride it, hop on a dick, I made him get excited. This pussy off limits for lame.
Don't tell me things like that, 'cause I'll believe you, and then I'll do them.
Toodles, thank you.
Drag Race stars are speaking out after one former contestant is being accused of blackface. Season 7 contestant Pearl Liaison debuted a new character on social media, depicting bigger lips and darker skin in a now-deleted Instagram post. Several black drag queens from the RuPaul's Drag Race franchise have criticized the look, deeming it a reckless and tone-deaf decision. Season 10 star Mayhem Miller commented on the deleted post saying, "I don't have to say it because clearly many here aren't tone-deaf. You know damn well how this looks and how it could be perceived. It's reckless and a shame." Twitter users were quick to hold other white drag queens accountable after they hyped up Pearl's post, with one user asking, "I want to know why at James Mansfield endorsed this." Pearl released a statement on her Instagram story saying the character was not meant to resemble any other background and was meant to have 2000s Britney-esque tan. She continued by saying, "I certainly didn't mean to hurt anyone and will refrain from using any kind of tan at all when creating characters in the future. I've removed the post as to not continue to offend people." Drag queen The Vixen responded to the apology saying, "White people paint their skin the shade of people who have to defend their skin shade, and they're surprised they have to defend their choice." The Vixen also responded to tweets from users asking what about the character's creamed blackface, the fact that her face is darker than the iced coffee.
Aliens, shut the f*** up! You don't even like black people. You don't even like women. You don't even like trans people. There are already human beings who are here and we're all different and we know this, but you don't like them because they're different. And you're going to tell me that you're going to rock with somebody from a different planet? Another galaxy? Get on the first bus to an insane asylum now.
I will keep painting until people notice me.
Did you know that Denmark, a country that markets itself as one of the happiest and greenest countries in the world, actually double penalises some of its citizens just based on where they live and their ethnicity? I'm here with the Collective Against Environmental Racism here in Copenhagen to tell us more about that.
Did you know in Denmark there's a law called the Ghetto Law? A law that force displaces citizens from their neighborhoods in order to destroy the buildings because they are people of color, or as the Danish government call it, non-Western. It's interesting because Denmark often labeled as a green country, as a happy country, but yet destroying perfectly sustainable buildings and housing because there's too many people of color in the neighborhood. Seems very fascist, but also very contradictory. So get to know me.
Did you know that the Danish government is also selling some of these houses to private-owned companies that can then build new non-sustainable apartments that are double the price, sometimes triple the price, To fight this fight, follow these organizations: Elmin, Mustand, Bully Action, and our collective, the Collective Against Environmental Racism.
End forced gentrification and environmental racism
All over the world.
And make sure you share this video.
What would people be motivated to do if there wasn't capitalism? I'm so sorry, I'm not listening to you. I'm still reeling over the fact that a team of volunteer nerds took down an international terrorist and false flag plot to present Americans as inherently Islamophobic, which, to be fair, we got our shit. But they took down an international false flag attack because their greatest depository of fan fiction on the internet was offline for what, 36, 48 hours? By the way, all written by volunteers, all written by people who just do it for shits and giggles, right? Not only did these volunteer nerds bring the site back online, but they revealed it was a secret Russian plot against Americans. And they did it because they could.
Oh my gosh! She's bald! She's bald and she's torturing people who have hair!
You people just don't get it, do you? Listen to me. I'm her. Hercules. The Herminator. G. Herbo. Harriet Tubman. KFC's 11 Herbs and Spices. Stop playing with me! I'm her.
We all just come together and agree that being an older sibling is ass.
Watching how my dukes done raised me and my siblings has taught me that this parenting shit is trial and error.
And as the older sibling, you are the error every single time, my nigga.
It's last night. I tell my little sister I'm finna go out to get some fast food. Do you want anything? She says, yeah.
So I'm like, cool, let me know what you want, right? She like, you know what, just go, I can't think of something right now. I'm like, how is you finna let me know what you want? She's like, oh, you good, just hit me on my phone.
My nigga, you're what?
You know what one of those are? Why is my little sister 8 and own an iPhone? Why? Why? When I was 8, niggas ain't even have cable. Nigga, I was watching Cubo.
It's like all the shit I couldn't do when I was a young boy. My siblings on it.
On top of that, you got all these unnecessary responsibilities assigned onto you. For what? To set a good example, nigga?
These little niggas don't even respect me. They don't even listen to shit I say.
This gig don't come with no perks or badges, nigga.
Well, let's bring him out. Here's Eric Cartman.
Whatever.
I'm making tea. I'm making tea. It's not for you. No. It's just for me. I'm making tea. And when I'm done, I'll have a Krispy Kreme.
Yeah! If you want better wages, don't fight to raise the minimum wage. Fight to lower the maximum wage. Every union's sole proposal right now should be that executive compensation shall be limited to no more than 10 times the compensation of the lowest paid employee in the company. Force them to make the argument that 10 times the lowest wage is still too low.
Why yo, are we so in denial when we know we're not happy here? Y'all don't wanna hear me, you just wanna dance. Took a little sun kiss just to look like this. God said you're an angel.
There. I always feel like hello. I always feel like somebody calling my name when I get a bob, and I just have to. It's just in my ear.
Do you remember
I got a comment asking me to do that, so here it is. Soodles.
I'm a 10, so I pull in a can. Like Jazzy, Stacy, Nikki. All of the Barbies is pretty. Damn.
You got some silverware, but really, are you eating though? Are you eating though? Nigga, are you eating though?
sad again. Don't tell my boyfriend it's not what he's made for. What was I made for?
Your trauma probably didn't happen on your own, right? So the same way it took other people's involvement to shatter you is going to take other people's involvement to fix you. And I know your trauma has probably made you distrusting of people, but there are people out there who genuinely care about your healing, care about your well-being, and you need to allow them in. It may not be the people presently around you, especially if your parents are or your family are the one who inflicted the trauma, but there are people around you. Even if you find them online or you find, you exactly at first, or you get a therapist, you allow yourself to actually be surrounded by people who care about your progression and care about you healing. Don't go on this healing journey by yourself. And maybe the reason why you have regressed is because there's been nobody there to remind you that you can actually keep going.
She woke up on the other side of the sofa, and you were there, Mr. Tin Man, with you talking in between eyes, some mechanical eyes of still care. Click your heels, I'll stay here.
Beautiful day.
I keep forgetting that there are people outside of my direct community. Some bitches wake up every day heterosexual and happy as hell. Cisgender, just frolicking about. Wake up every day, I'm a boy, and they're content. Like, what? No.
I'm out of town, gallivanting with my rounds. My nether regions mauve, my further regions raw umber. Where the gentlemen? I'm searching for the ne'er-do-wells. Do not jest, gentlemen. Can't suck a
On.
Women.
Expand on that for me.
If a girl like you, she gonna f you for free.
Girls don't like you.
Oh, gee willikers. I love your Sailor Moon costume.
This video is a joke, but some of y'all act like this in real life. So let me give you some tips to find your anime wife. Using the one group beloved by almost all anime baddies, the Akatsuki. Use your eyes like Itachi. Look, but don't touch. Cosplay is not consent, and even Itachi gets injured if he stares too much. Kisame loves water, but he never acts thirsty. Instead of swimming after every girl you see, use some water techniques to make sure you're not musty. Conan is a master of paper jutsu, and you need to master your paper too. If a pack of Pocky has your pockets draining, you may want to wait till you have some more training. And you know how Hidan was obsessed with Lord Jashin? That's how you look when you keep triple texting. Don't comment and tell her to check her DMs. I guarantee you she's already seen them. Follow these techniques at the next convention you're at, and I promise you won't get roasted in the group chat.
I love the way it feels to be a hater. Something so sweet about thinking that I'm better. Just to wake up every morning and then somehow never ever rise to the occasion or even hold up under pressure. But we all know that it doesn't even matter if I waste away and no one thinks I'm clever. Just as long as I've got my ego and if it tells me I'm superior, I could probably go a lifetime being barely mediocre. I still convince myself every time that I'm
Niggas, I mean nigga people. Oh Lord.
I wasn't expecting her to fuck somebody else. So when I got back with her the other day, she dropped the bomb on me. I said, did you have sex with anybody else by the 10 days we wasn't with each other? She said, yeah, I did. You're a fucking slut. You're a slut. And if it wasn't...
Just a girl.
How to dress to attract a man, a tutorial. Rule number 1, make sure your hair is always long and lustrous and never put up. Rule number 2, make sure to show a little skin, especially those stems, ladies. Rule number 3, footwear should be dainty and delicate. Rule number 4, show off that waist at all times. Rule number 5, always have a pleasant expression on your face. I promise you will attract a man.
Even my stars, even my stars. Black girl hair, black girl with a black girl head. Took a little sun kiss just to look like this. God said you an angel.
Right foot, 2 stumps. Left foot, 2 stumps. Hands on your knees, 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 hands on your knees. I don't know how to dance but can lean and make the ghetto bitches put their hands on your knees. Make the ghetto bitches put their hands on your knees. Make the ghetto bitches put their hands on your knees.
Everybody's falling in love and I'm falling behind.
Forgive and forget. Let go. Live, laugh, life, love. Let go, let God. Hell fucking no. Die.
Yeah. Look at me, look at me. You're looking? My taste good, but I just had to redirect my cooking.
Once you go black, you never go back.
Twerking in the rain. Hey.
A trans woman was murdered in Puerto Rico last week, but most people will never know her story. Here's why. On June 29th, 2023, the body of 29-year-old Chanel Perez Ortiz was found with as many as 7 or 8 bullet wounds. Chanel is the 13th trans or gender non-conforming person whose murder has been reported in 2023. It's important to note that there are plenty of other cases that never get reported or shared because just like the media has done to Chanel, trans people are often dead-named and their identities overlooked even when they are the victims. This is reminiscent of the story of Alexa Negron Luciano. Back in 2020, Alexa was assaulted and murdered in Puerto Rico. The whole thing was caught on tape and shared to Facebook. Reports of her murder dead-named her, ignored her identity, and the Department of Justice never even said her name. The men who murdered Alexa were arrested and charged with assault, but the complaint against them didn't even mention her death. Bad Bunny performed on Late Night wearing a t-shirt that read, "Mataron a Alexa, no a un hombre con palda." The brutalization and dehumanization of trans people is very real. This is not just a debate on social media. We must protect trans people.
January and February is related. They sisters. They got the same daddy, different mamas. They the Aries. March, April, and May is friends. They not related, but they homegirls. They be kicking it with each other. That's why they be on the same shit around the same time. Now, June and July, everybody knows June and July is twins. That's why Gemini is born in June. You feel me? That twin energy. Now, August is the only child. August don't fuck with the rest of them. Like, August is like that introverted cousin that don't fuck with the rest of the family. Like, she don't do too much. She be to herself. That's why when August come around, motherfuckers be like, I don't really feel like fucking with motherfuckers like that. That's that August energy. You feel me? Now, them last 4 bitches, they got the same mama and the same daddy. The birds, September, October, November, December, them bitches is quadruplets.
Where's your uterus? Don't look at me like that. Where the fuck is your uterus? Pull it out. Where the ovaries at? Nah, y'all want to be us so bad. Where's your uterus? Do you have a period? I'm confused. I don't give a fuck. I don't care at all. You not gonna ever be
what
one.
What happened to bless you?
Ain't no bless.
Pronouns in my bio. I tell everyone I'm him.
Yeah, shorty like it when I stem. 2% milk, I never been a type to skim. Tax return came, same price as the rims.
Miss Washington, we have evidence that your client is guilty.
Is the evidence in the room with us right now?
Actually, yeah, it is in the room with us.
Ooh, gag me. Your Honor, my client would never wear brunch boots to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Okay, but ain't this your client?
Your Honor, this is clearly AI. Look at the fingers.
Okay, well, what about this one?
I'm not gonna lie, that kind of was me though. That's cap. That's cap. That's what I gotta say. That's cap. Look, is that all the evidence that they got? Clearly, that man did not eat. He is very much starving, I fear.
Miss Washington.
Sorry.
I rest my case.
Yo, he really thought he did his big one with that speech. Like, sir, I have more Twitter followers than you.
Miss Washington, do I need to kick you out of the room?
All right.
Miss Washington, do you have any evidence that you would like to submit?
Okay, so Justin, where were you between 7 o'clock and 7:03 p.m.?
I was bringing groceries to my cousin's house.
I believe him.
There were no groceries.
That is very much a lie, but go off. Mr. Barnes, why did you go on Twitter and write a negative tweet about Nicki Minaj back in 2021?
What? Objection, Your Honor. What does this have to do with the trial? Like, come on.
Okay, forget the trial. I want to know why he said that.
Mr. Bloom, the brunch boot evidence is not submissible in court.
It's given mistrial.
We, the jury, announced the defendant guilty.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Miss Washington, you are the defense attorney. You just lost.
Gag her.
What?
This is so sick and fucking twisted! Sick and twisted!
I got murder on my mind. Yellow tape around his body. It's a fucking homicide.
Hear my name when I'm pretty boy sweat. I'm pretty boy sweaty in the club. I feel sexy. No homo shorty, but my chest is straight fresh. On my neck, shorty said she shoots me. She got 19 and a fat ass baby. For my condo, let the girl straight. Then she got naked, cause she pretty girl dip. Damn, I like the way the mama shake that ass. She pretty girl dancing while I pretty boy swag. Goddamn, right here is my swag. All the girls are on down. Everybody pay attention. Right here is my pretty boy swag. Some music. Swag to music. It's for my name when I pretty boy swag or some swag or some swag or some swag or some mother.
Hey, real scary times we're living in, huh? How are you keeping up with insert nationwide news events here? Oh, I follow a few folks on Twitter who keep me updated. Oh. Yeah, no. I can just send you their... Oh. I guess I saw my 600th post, so... Can't even use the app. God, that CEO is really turning that app to shit, huh? No, it's alright. Like, there's other apps for news and organizing, right? Like, what about Reddit? Even if it wasn't a cesspool, the mods are in an app-wide protest. Damn. Yeah. Also the CEO's fault. Okay. Facebook or Instagram? I think a big part of me would rather eat cat shit. Yeah. You know? Yeah. Than to re-download one of those. Right, yeah. Then what about Spill? No one watching this even knows what the hell you're talking about, so just go ahead and let that one go. Then is our only option this app? For now, kinda. Yeah. The dancing app. That really isn't a dancing app anymore. Mm-hmm. The same app that'll hide your content from your follower base. That app. Yep. The one that'll give you 5 likes on a post or 1 million likes. It really isn't up to you. Yes. TikTok. The app that'll give you community guidelines for sneezing in the wrong direction, let alone talking about important shit. Yes. Right. Hey, when's that revolution that y'all are always teasing? I can't keep waiting on it.
And we're gonna watch it, and we're gonna support it, and we're gonna stream it. We're gonna make this the biggest streaming service to ever exist. Netflix, watch out, because guess what? NASA is not gonna cancel your favorite show. You're gonna get Uranus season 2, Pluto season 3.
You're not in trouble. And you might feel like you're in trouble. You might feel that in your body. And it might be like a super familiar feeling, like when you got up today. But I just want to tell you, you're not in trouble.
You can go back and watch the rest of that video, it's super helpful. But growing up in a rigid church environment made me feel like I was in trouble all the time. It's constantly feeling like I was being watched, that not even my thoughts were safe from being monitored. So I felt like I had to be perfect, and the moment I slipped up, back came that feeling of being in trouble until I was able to repent of my sins. There's also the feeling of trouble that comes from rapture anxiety. Any signs of the end times, wars, rumors of wars, bad things happening in the news, etc. And right back came the feeling of being in trouble. Even though I'm a pluralist and have changed my entire perspective on religion and spirituality, that feeling of being in trouble comes back sometimes. But it's gotten much better by internalizing reminders like these. You are not in trouble. Walking in this knowing has physically relieved my body from the tension that it carried all these years. The bodily tension that little me knew so well and just got used to. So if you grew up experiencing religious trauma, and you know well that feeling of being in trouble, that feeling that served to protect you at one point, I hope you begin to recognize that feeling and lay it down over time. Because you're not in trouble. You're okay. You're so good. And you are free to exist in ways that bring you peace and happiness, and that help you to lean more into love. Love and light to you all, and as always, like and follow for more content.
I killed you, and you killed me.
Why'd you kill that guy?
Motherfucker, he killed himself!
Everybody's falling in love and I'm falling behind.
We gon' fuck her in the back of the bus and fill her nose up full of that dust. 3-6 Mafia, while on tour, whooping these niggas and fucking these whores. In the bathroom about 2 whole hours, getting real high, passed out on the floor.
Take the wisdom! Stop assuming the worst in yourself because you think everyone else is going to. You are full of love and light. You are like a beautiful, bouncy little fairy. You're sweet and you're kind and you're good. And you might be stupid a little bit sometimes, but you're sweet and you're kind and you're good. And the fact that you care if you're sweet and kind and good to people shows that you're sweet and you're kind and you're good. Assume the best in you, because sometimes other people won't, and that's why you need to. Toodles!
Granddad, you can't tame the white supremacist power structure with cheese.
Oh, yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you cannot.
Message is specifically for black men and black women who are interested in dating other black men and black women. Listen to me. I just did a talk at the Organization of Black Aerospace Professionals. Let me tell you something. This is the new dating strategy, all right? I need you to look up professional organizations, black professional organizations. I need you to look up their annual and national conventions, and I need you to just show up. Show up. And I don't want to hear you talk about, ooh, that's being thirsty. You over here in a drought, and then you got the nerve to ask if it's bubbly or still. Shut up. All right? Show up. I am married, and I want you guys to get the goals that you have. And if you are looking to pursue a relationship, you need to just show up. Next time I do a talk at one of these black professional organizations, I'm just going to bring my single friends. I'm bringing them. I met my husband because I said, you're cute, put my number in your phone, and we've been together for 13 years. Make it happen.
Miss Rabbit has fainted. Miss Rabbit has fainted again.
Have I ever evicted a single mother out of one of my properties? Oh yes, on multiple occasions.
I am deeply convinced that landlords get off on making people's lives miserable. Like, they love the control that they have over other people's lives. They love having the power to remove somebody. To proudly say, to be able to proudly say, oh yeah, I always kick out single mothers and their kids. I just don't, it's, I think that,
We, the jury, have found the defendant guilty of wearing box braids to a birthday dinner.
What?
As a form of punishment, we sentence her to 5 years of a situationship with a nonchalant man who has avoidant attachment style, gaslights her, doesn't respect her love language, has mommy issues, doesn't believe in taking women on dates, and refers to himself as Himothy.
What happened was, we reached the moon, but lost in space, I think we got there all too soon. But you know what? I'm coming back for you, baby. I'm coming back for you.
Hey, I'm getting ripped tonight. R.I.P. that.
Killer, West Side Killer.
How you gonna take me to court, Lewis? What address you gonna use, Lewis? What ID you gonna use, Lewis? How you gonna pay for these court fees, Lewis? If you come get Leah right now, where she gonna go, Lewis? Who house she gonna be by, Lewis? Where's her room, Lewis? Who car are you going to come pick her up in, Lewis? What car seat you gonna have to put her in, Lewis?
Black girl with black girl hair. Took a little sun kiss just to look like this. God said you're an angel. 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 Halo's your halo. They know you're an angel. Angel. Angel.
From nothing, I'm running up money, cause money is time. If you get that done, I'ma pay. Bands get sent, make sure y'all eat. Daytime shift in the trap house, know it's a pack house. I want serving them weed. Beans at the door in the crack house. I got the Mac out, cutting the pound a piece. Been him, nigga, I stand out 300.
INDEP. Okay, speak and spell. Calm down. Excuse me? You're looking at the real Independence Day. For who? Everyone. Really? Yes, I'm a holiday for all lives. All lives? Well, I mean, there are very fine people. No. You know, I actually keep hot sauce in my bag. Man, you stumbling and fumbling more than biting on a bicycle. What? I mean, what is color? Because I don't see it, you know? And I've been tanning. Like, look, I'm almost the same color as you now. Right? Just please let me be a part of your day.
What's something brutal your therapist pointed out to you, but in the most professional way?
So my therapist chooses violence at least once a month. And she previously said to me that while I might have forgiven those who have previously harmed me, my inner child has not forgiven me for not holding them accountable.
So let me get this straight. When a white woman goes inside of a Target in full-on blackface, causing a scene, people just dismiss it as, oh, she's having a mental health crisis. But when a black person has an actual mental health crisis in public, we're just arrested or unalived by police. Okay, just want to make sure I had the facts right.
I'm at the point in my gender expression career, if you will, where when people ask how I identify, I'd rather just take a nap, you know? Like, let's skip this part, dude. Like, we both don't fucking know at this point, so let's just get that together.
Calling my phone, but they know I don't answer. In the hood, I'm like Princess Diana.
In your hood, I'm like Mansa Musa, making massive movements, turn a 2 to a 7, okay. In this clique, I might pop a hopper. Ain't no thing that straight this hot since I was 11, okay. Embezzle the breath for your bezel, okay. You slinging the rock, heavy metal, okay. And now that I got your attention, I'm doing a show in LA, bitch. Get your tickets in my bio.
You know what I need right now in this moment of chaos? A cold cigarette to ease the pain.
I actually have a girlfriend.
Okay, that's sick. So wait, are you bi, straight, or what?
When I explain to men that I have a girlfriend and that my overall dating preferences are for women and non-binary lesbians, I often get a very similar reaction where a man's really searching to find himself reflected somewhere in my sexual identity. The reality is there is a huge skills gap between men and women in terms of the basic empathy and consideration and communication skills that you need to maintain a relationship, as has been discussed at length on this platform. So too is the reality that women don't need men to get a bank account, and we are finally in an era that is a little, sometimes, more free for queer people. A little. So now men aren't getting relationships out of a deep societal obligation of women to end up with men. And that really scares them, because a world where their simple existence isn't enough to maintain a relationship means they actually have to grow.
Women who are better educated and better employed reduce down their mating pool. What's good for their educational and employment achievements is not necessarily good for their dating prospect.
I just need you to shut the fuck up, cause nobody asked you, bitch. I need you to shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Just shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow.
Peace. PSA for black youngsters. No, not the rapper. Black youth. Stop calling random older black folk your aunt, uncle, or elder simply by default of the fact that they are black and older. Because neither of those attributes are enough to qualify someone as deserving sans the service to earn it. Black is not enough. We didn't even create blackness in the first place. We were simply forced under duress to repurpose blackness in the second place. And that process of converting something that was intended to uphold white hegemony to instead be a symbol of black solidarity, well, let's just say the results have varied. There's a reason that the great Chuck D of Public Enemy said, every brother's not a brother just because of his color. The same reason that we always say, not all skin folk are kinfolk. Age is not enough because there's no virtue in being old. You can be an old fool just like you can be a young fool. You can be a dirty old man like you can be a young creep. Don't confuse aging with growth. The two are not one and the same. Look, I get that the intention is to be respectful. You were raised to be nothing but. Problem is, far too often, older generations of black folks wondering what's wrong with these kids these days, and younger generations of black folks feeling disillusioned from being disrespected by toxic old heads who feel entitled to their fealty by default of their shared race and age. Besides the fact that not every person who's older than you is old. And in an ageist society, you simply calling random black folks a title that denotes them being old don't hit the way you think it do. To be clear, respect should be given, but honor should be earned. Now, I know that there are some entitled black old heads who benefit from the hierarchy of respectability in our community. And y'all might feel some type of way about this advice that I've given black youth. And to that I say, if you're in your ashy feelings, try shea butter. Don't try me. We out ya.
Oh shit! Fuck! I killed you. And you killed me.
Charlotte, why'd you kill that guy?
Motherfucker, he killed himself!
I think it's time that we all start to just consider the other possibility.
Are you talking about Marie Antoinette?
Yeah.
I heard a thing or two about her. Is a seat taken?
Yo. Hi, boo. Nazo. Blossom. She's the commander, leader, Bubbles. She is the joy and the laughter, Buttercup. And she's the toughest fighter, Powerpuff save the day. Fighting crime, trying to save the world. Here they come just in time. They're Powerpuff Girls. Fighting crime, trying to save the world. We made it just in time. They're Powerpuff Girls. Powerpuff! Do-do-do-do-do.
I spilled some coffee in my shoe. Now I don't know what I'm to do. I also got some on the floor. And on the stove I've got some more. If I try to take it off, all the coffee grinds fall through. But if I leave them in there, then there's coffee in my shoe. But every change starts somewhere, so I know what I must do. Just take it off and dump it out, and now the gig is through. Coffee in my shoodles. Yes, I should take it as a sign.
I was excited about Hogwarts coming.
Yeah, what happened?
Trans people are on my...
Do you see how easy it is? Do you see how fucking easy it is to stand in solidarity and say that, no, I'm not going to play this game because I know who's behind it. I know who created it. I know what she's been saying. And I know that the words that she's been saying has affected real life people in the real world. So no, I'm not going to play this fucking shit. You know how easy it is, bro? Niggas made this, but when this shit was going on, niggas made this shit the most complex issue known to man. And I was sitting up here like, why? Why? Like, it really proved to me that y'all can't stand for shit. 10 years, bro. It's fucking ridiculous. And I remember every single one of y'all bitch ass niggas that was on that type of timing. What? I'm Dante? Yeah. Like, what do you mean? Y'all can't stand for shit. It's embarrassing, bro.
I need every girl with a low red blood cell count to make some noise.
Anemia girls rise up! But not too fast, you might pass out.
Our hemoglobin may be down, but we stay up!
Pseudo!
Man, I wish our parents were as chill as yours are, Kusuo. Probably best they leave, though, because I have one more message to give, and it's serious. Stay away from my sister, you piece of filth. I don't don't know if you're crushing on her at school or what, but shut it down. She's way out of your league, pink-haired Four Eyes.
Wow. I already knew you felt this way, but I never thought you'd tell me to my face. Even I'll admit, this stings.
You're just a fly hovering over poop.
Wait, is Teruhashi the poop in this metaphor?
Do you really think you have a chance?
I'm not thinking that.
Since you see her every day and say hi to her in the hall, you probably think you'll have some long courtship and then marry her, huh?
Not thinking that either.
Well, stop dreaming, you pervert.
How many times do I have to say this?
She's so pretty, you're drawn to her like hyenas drawn to a rotting zebra carcass on the savannah. But it's only
now
natural.
You're saying she's rotting flesh?
Kokomi is no normal pretty girl. She's a masterpiece painted by God himself.
That's an exaggeration.
The only man suitable for Kokomi is her brother.
Did he really just say that?
To love this country is to tell it the truth. The U.S. was founded upon the genocide and oppression of indigenous peoples and my people. That said, I have to acknowledge that this land is the only home I've ever known. James Baldwin once said, "I love America more than any other country in the world, and exactly for this reason, I insist on the right to criticize her perpetually. To love this country is to call it to a higher standard." Still, many of those who love this country don't actually see this country. They love whiteness, not this country. They see BIPOC and marginalized people as appliances to be used rather than people with unalienable rights. And the founders were the same. And the freedom that they sought was a sadistic freedom. But we can choose to continue a legacy of hate, or we can act like Jesus and choose to redeem the chaos. So choose to celebrate today or abstain, whatever feels right, but may we all fight for a better US. One that actually holds to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for all peoples.
I love the way it feels to be a hater. Something so sweet about
With niggas, I mean nigga people. Oh, Lord.
Nah, like, y'all don't understand how fucking real this is. Look, I just transferred to Morehouse, and I'm going through NSO this week, right? And, like, going into Morehouse, I knew that I was finna face some black bourgeoisie nonsense, right? But my God, I really realized this yesterday when I saw a black cop, mind you, get on that goddamn MLK Chapel stage, right? And say that God called me to do this work. Like, the lack of intersectionality when it comes to class is very apparent. That fucking you're better than the others mentality, bruh, oh my God. It's like the main thing. They fucking sell Charlemagne the God books in the bookstore, unironically, about black privilege and shit. It's that deep. I promise you. That
just the same way you showed me. You showed me love, glory from above, regardless, dear. It's all downhill from here. In the wake of a hurricane, dark skin of a summer shade, nose dive in the floodlines, tall tower, milk crate. It's the same way you showed me. Cannonball off the porch side, older kids trying off the roof. Just the same way you showed me.
He and his husband are so cute. Who do you think's the bottom?
I don't. That's so inappropriate.
Don't be so serious. It's like a fun game.
You know what else is a fun game?
What?
Minding your business.
Questions like these are not as playful and innocent as you may think. They reveal bias, ignorance, and disrespect.
If the first thing you think when you see a same-gender couple is what we do in the bedroom and how we do it, you sexualize and objectify us, which is dehumanizing.
Asking about someone's relationship, sexual activity, and sexual roles in a relationship is highly personal and private.
Even if you had our permission to discuss this, reducing our relationships to top or bottom is inaccurate and reductive.
Because of patriarchy and toxic masculinity, people that top are viewed more as masculine, strong, and dominant, while people that bottom are viewed more as feminine, weak, and subservient. These are just stereotypes.
This falsely equates sex and intimacy exclusively with penetrative sex. And it puts our relationships in the context of hetero and cis normativity, which harms queer and straight people alike.
Instead of asking who's the top and who's the bottom, free yourself from stereotypes and outdated expectations.
Smarter in seconds.
For what is a man? What has he got? If not God himself, then he has not.
If you want to help the dwarfism community make a documentary, please watch this video and share it. I'm making a documentary, and this is Jordana James, one of the first people we asked to be in this film. Videos and pictures of mine and Jordana's were being used by a disability hate channel on YouTube that was doing shows called M-Word Wednesday. For you who don't know, the M-word is a slur that they used back in the freak show days to make it seem like little people weren't even human. We were like some other creature. Me and my producer Katrina on the right were doing pre-production work for Dear Average White People in 2021. We went to New York City to meet Jordana, and honestly, as a fan of hers, it was like meeting Beyonce, okay? She's been on Broadway, she's toured with Miley Cyrus, she's just an incredibly talented dancer, actress, and performer. Not only does she look like she walked out of the Victoria's Secret fashion show, she is just so incredibly genuine and kind. Movies and TV shows haven't always painted little people in the best light. We're hoping to change that with our film. Dear Average White People will mix traditional interviews with fun visual sequences and comedic sketches to really illustrate the lives of people with dwarfism. We are so excited to get this film out to you guys. Please, please, please share this video so we can get to our goal this Disability Pride Month. Thanks.
He said he'll meet me by the Zambezi. Okay. Cat's got my mother tongue, speaking isn't easy. Nope. I'm from the land where we grow hella green leaves, snakes in the grass, but they're literally beneath me. You see me, I'm a nomad in a teepee, who found home in a program on the TV. Gone with the wind, John Cena won't see me. You need me, I'll be where the spirit leads me. Facts, gotta keep my heart and my home back taxed. Always feel alone in a room that's packed. It's just how it goes when your soul's got a past. Like that, and I only spit.
Right now, I'm in a state of mind.
I'ma say this, and I'ma touch your hand when I say this. Having boundaries does not make you mean. If anybody tries to make you feel like you're a bad person or you're mean or you're selfish for setting boundaries, these are people that never intended to respect your boundaries anyways, and they just want to run all over you. A lot of people, myself included, because I still struggle with this, are afraid of setting boundaries because we fear that we are wronging somebody else. We fear that we are doing bad by somebody else because we want to put our foot down. But I have to remind you, nobody is going to protect you like you are going to protect you. And it's necessary to have boundaries because you know it's stuff that you don't like. You know it's stuff that you don't want to tolerate. And it's okay to tell somebody, hey, I'm not comfortable with that. Or no, I don't want to do that. Or hey, can you stop doing this because it makes me feel like this? And if somebody does not respect your boundaries, if they don't take them seriously, if they try to make you feel like you're a bad person for setting them, cut them off. You have to remember, your boundaries are to protect you, period.
I love the way it feels to be a hater. Something so sweet about.
Are you single, Jordan? Yes, I am. What? They be playing me like okay, last time I was in a relationship, that he was still talking to his ex. So I was like, how'd you find out? I saw it on Instagram. He was posting it and shit.
Wait. They was posting on wait, give me 10. Oh, so what?
Technically, I was a sneaky link, but I ain't know that. I thought I was like in a relationship. And then I saw him posting his girl and I was like, I'm not gonna do that shit. Yeah.
So you thought they would, oh, wait. It's a lot to unpack, I know. You was listening to SZA, wasn't you?
Yes, I was.
The hopeless romantic society.
I'm tired of the I'm tired of the.
Did you know college used to be free here in America until the mid-1960s? So why is there $1.7 trillion worth of student debt today? Well, besides greed, racism. The civil rights movement empowered people across the country, particularly white students, to protest and fight for equality in schools. So predominantly white schools listened to their student body and adopted affirmative action policies to bring diversity to their campuses. Ronald Reagan, who was then the governor of California, didn't like that. In fact, he is quoted saying that California institutions should start charging to get rid of undesirables. He wanted to keep schools white and keep black, brown, and poor white people out of educational opportunities. By the 1990s, his philosophy had spread, and all public schools began charging tuition, thus beginning our student debt crisis. So look at everything that's happening now. SCOTUS overturns affirmative action. Congress denies student debt relief. Republicans push for privatized education. All of these are birds of the same feather. Intentional attempts to ensure that the rich elite are the only ones who can have access to education. So when I hear people saying things like affirmative action is wrong because black and brown people are getting opportunities they don't deserve, that thought process relies on the assumption that black and brown people aren't smart enough to get into college, that the default is that we can't get in based on merit alone. But that's a lie. The truth is that you wouldn't let let us in based on merit alone. That's why affirmative action was necessary, because of your lack of morality, not our lack of intelligence. Equal education means equal resources, equal knowledge, equal opportunities, which could lead to equal freedoms. And that is what people against affirmative action and student debt relief are really trying to prevent.
What if I told you that the history of the Pledge of Allegiance is racist, xenophobic, and steeped in white nationalism? The Pledge of Allegiance started as a project headed by Francis Bellamy, a Boston minister, in 1891. A magazine had asked him to write something for the school system that would commemorate the 400-year anniversary of Christopher Columbus landing in America. They wanted to do so by raising the U.S. flag over every public school from the Atlantic to the Pacific. This was the original rendition of the Pledge of Allegiance. Under God wasn't added until 1954. Now, at first glance, the language used in the Pledge of Allegiance isn't racist or xenophobic, but if you dig deeper into who Bellamy was and what he thought of immigrants and non-white Protestant people, then you know that this language is racist and xenophobic. He went on record to say that he wanted to define true Americanism. You need to know that in the early 20th century and the late 19th century, there were millions of immigrants from Southern and Eastern Europe coming over to the United States. A lot of these immigrants didn't speak English, were either Catholic or Jewish, thus not considered to be real white people. And Bellamy was on board with the very racist and xenophobic laws that the United States were passing at the time, like the Chinese Exclusion Act, the Immigration Act of 1891, etc. And his goal was to mobilize the masses to support American doctrines by warding off internal enemies hostile to true Americanism. So now that you know the history of it, why would you want to say the Pledge of Allegiance?
I was minding my own business playing Beethoven at the piano and wasn't expecting that law.
Fat phobia is nuts because those comments don't make sense for a lot of reasons. One being, did y'all watch the fucking movie? Did y'all watch Across the Spider-Verse? Or did you watch it from camera ripoffs from fucking illegal websites? Because in the movie, there are multiple different thick and fat Sparta people. There's literally a Spider-Man dinosaur. Like, 2. Spider-Man's webs have been seen to hold a fucking boat together from fucking collapsing, right? Like, Spider-Man's webs have stopped a literal train from going off the rails. Like, I don't understand why y'all just act so delusional, stupid, ignorant, idiotic. Like, turn it on. Turn it on!
Everybody's falling in love and I'm falling behind.
So put that fart in your butt and sniff it.
Gay rights! Yeah, gay rights! I'm gay.
I started clapping. Oh, I started dancing. People were laughing. People were laughing. They knew my problems. They knew my pain. They knew my pain. But I knew God.
Didn't I do it for you? Why don't I do it for you? Why won't you do it for me?
Do not put me on hold. Do not put me on hold. Look at you, calling up NASA, trying to right your wrongs. I didn't know it would get to this point. You yelled at him every day, making him feel small. Pluto did not deserve that. He is small. That's why we're in this position. No. We're in this position because you're not as concerned with the celestial bodies that are in your outer orbit as you are with the bodies that are closer. What is that supposed to mean? Oh, that can mean a lot of things, sweetie, but if you think the check is yours, please feel free to sign the back. Excuse me? Son, you're just...
Hi, this is Brittany from NASA. Can I ask who I'm speaking with today,
Hi,
please?
yes, first name The, last name Son.
Okay, thank you for that. Yes, I do see you in our system, and it looks like you're a longtime member, so we at NASA would like to thank you for that as well.
Let me out! Let me out! This is not a dance! I'm begging for help! I'm screaming for help! Please come let me out! Let me out! Let me out! This is not a dance! I'm begging for help! I'm screaming for help!
Y'all remember that fake walking trend? What happened to that? Can we go back to that? We used to be a society. We used to have morals, ethics. Whenever I was in a bad mood, all I had to do was turn on that song and get to work. And I was happy. Y'all just don't understand. This was the vibe at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, get into this.
Inside out. So hold on, oh, it'll fall down.
It was Coachella.
I don't know what you've been told. See, I am not your enemy.
No, actually beating a black child is the whitest thing you can do.
This is so sick and fucking twisted! Sick and twisted!
TikTok asked, so I'ma deliver. Here's the recipe for the most bomb mac and cheese. I have to give credit where credit is due. I got this recipe from a black vegan creator by the name of Sweet Greens Vegan. You should totally check them out because if you want flavor, black vegans do it the best. Now onto the recipe. Obviously, you're gonna get your water ready. These are all the cheeses that I use. Notice it's the new formula for Daya. Really important step, you're gonna wanna shred your cheese in a food processor so you can get the best melt. Now we're gonna get our pasta in the salted water and then start on our roux, which obviously starts off with butter, flour, which will all let brown for a bit. Then you're gonna add in whatever plant milk of your choices. I used oat milk in addition to sour cream and cream cheese from the brand Kite Hill. Now we're gonna add all of our seasonings in. And listen, babes, I don't measure. I let the ancestors lead me, okay? Now remember all that cheese we put in the shredder in the beginning? You're gonna add half of that into the sauce. And this is what your consistency should look like. Woo! Now we're gonna add those noodles into the sauce, mix it, stir it. And baby, if it doesn't sound like this, you did it wrong. It sounds familiar, huh? Anyways, we're gonna get all of that into a pan and then coat everything with the remaining half of the cheese. This last step is optional before y'all get to barking in the comments. If you don't want breadcrumbs on your mac and cheese, zonzo it. Another crucial step, when you put it in the oven, cover it for the first 20 minutes. This is how we get that melt. And there you go, babes. Like, this is what it looks like. We didn't leave it in for long because we were hungry, but if you want that burnt crispy layer on the top, just leave it in for more than the 40-45 minutes. And that is the recipe, my friends. Let me know if you guys want to see more of what I eat as a vegan.
If Barbie World by Nicki and Ice Spice was made the year Barbie the doll was created.
And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but I still wanna party. Ain't bad like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull it again. Like Stacy, Jazzy, Nikki. All of the Barbies are pretty. Yeah, all of the Barbies are bad. It goes, and we ain't playing tag. I said I was gonna quit, but I changed my mind.
Yesterday, I'm on the phone with my cousin, and he overhears me apologize to my son, and he finds it weird. My son was supposed to clean his room. I've asked him multiple times while on this conversation. So then I get upset, and I yell, "Yo, hurry up! You're making me mad." But I immediately apologize. I'm like, "Hold on, you're not making me mad. It's my choice. I'm choosing this emotion, but still clean your room." My cousin's like, why'd you do that? Now he not gonna take you serious. And I'm like, well, what's more important is that he masters his emotions. If he can make me mad, then his friends can make him mad, or he can blame his emotions on other people. Once we get in our minds that we're making choices for these emotions, I could have chose to discipline a different way.
The
real tea is y'all don't want UPS workers making $42 an hour because y'all don't make $42.
Bro, between the strikes and the billionaire submarine, there's been so many class traitors coming out the woodwork. Y'all are telling me you, as members of the working class, are fighting with other members of the working class on their wages. Like, I've literally seen someone say, oh, they want to get 42, but I'm a nurse. I should just stop nursing then, right? Like, no, if you feel like y'all should get paid more, strike! Like, you fighting with and trying to shame other members of the working class is ridiculous. Like, housing is going up, groceries going up, gas going up, mileage going up, everything going up, bro, except for wages. So it's like, yeah, be angry. Get real angry, but be angry with the right people.
Oh, the house! Charlie Wacktail, David Rabinowitz, and Kevin Wilmot have fired me!
Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
And the winner is Boyz II Men. Angela Bassett, come on! Ooh, Regina King. And the winner is. You know, the end of the road, Boyz II Men.
I would like to thank you all for making this my sunshine of my life tonight.
Actually weak to talk about your feelings?
No, that's not weak. It's really strong.
This is who the fuck we're doing it for, bro. Y'all think we're trying to save sexist men? Fuck out of here. Everything that feminists are doing for men is for those kids. And I don't want to hear shit about some pessimistic the world isn't getting better. Because every single time I look into the eyes of a fucking child, I know it is. And none of you niggas can gaslight me about that shit, bro. Our generation, when we have children, God bless their pure hearts, they're gonna be better people than any of our ancestors were. And anything any of you guys has ever done to end this cycle of abuse, you have played your part. If your children are better people than you are, you have played your part.
Whoever first woke up this conversation of, are you really healing or are you just isolating yourself and knowing to trigger you? Thank you for your service and thank you for your services. Because I've been having these conversations with my friends about like, why is everyone's healing journey or healing era, especially on the internet, so lonely? Because myself and the people around me are in healing journeys, healing eras, and part of the catharsis has been being in community, right? So I've just been very confused, you know, and to each their own and all, but some of y'all hosts are still terrible people. So what did you heal from? Quickly. Oh, okay.
When I was a kid, men were men, women were women, and those were the only two options.
Yeah, and smoking cigarettes was good for your health.
What are you talking about? That was never true.
An important part of critical thinking is being open to new evidence and being willing to change your mind.
Based on the facts.
The incorrect assertion that there are only two sexes, genders, ways of being, behaving, and dressing is called the gender binary.
This system goes all the way back to Aristotle.
It dictates, 1, gender is biologically determined by sex, and 2, that specific power and authority is granted or denied based on one's gender.
Starting in the 1500s, Western Europeans used religion, science, law, and even colonization to subjugate people through the gender binary and eliminate anybody who did not conform.
Actual science conclusively demonstrates that sex is not binary and gender diversity is real.
But we don't need science to tell us that.
Gender nonconforming and trans people have existed for millennia and will continue to exist, whether your legislation sees us or not.
Smarter in seconds.
Choose your
I love the way it feels to be a hater. Something so so sweet about thinking that I'm better. Just to wake up every morning.
And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but I still wanna party. Pink felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a Ken. Like Jazzy, Stacy, Nikki. All of the Barbies is pretty. All of the Barbies is bad.
Yo, fair warning for all you couples that love y'all PDA. Y'all might want to be on the lookout for y'all downfall, because I've been praying on it religiously. But not for real, because I'm just as pretty as I am lonely. And I am pretty lonely. So why would I want to go outside and see that sweet, that nasty, and that gushy stuff? You see, no, that's the content that makes me nonverbal and violent. You know what? Just check me out. So here I am at a movie theater watching a scary movie. You feel me? A frightful flick. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the environment that I found myself in was high in audacity, but low in respect. There was a couple sitting directly next to me, and every so often I'll hear moaning coming from their direction. Like, what the fuck is up with the freaky phonetics? What's going on? But then at one point, and I kid you not, I hear one of them say, "Go ahead and have a little taste, babe. It's been marinating all day." I beg your civil pardon. Like, what the my peace has been compromised. Because, oh my God, I hope they was talking about food, dog. What?
Behold, the ultimate serve.
I'm hard on my kids because the world is going to be harder.
Girl, I completely understand the fear that resides in you as a Black mom, but instead of thinking that the world is tough, so I'm going to be tougher, I want you to think that the world is tough, so I will work every day to be a soft space for my children to land. I want you to state that I'm not going to dehumanize, oppress, or adultify my children in the way that the world does. And that starts with expecting respect, not obedience.
I can't let them go out into the world thinking they can get away with that.
Sis, I completely understand the reality of the situation is that our Black kids often aren't going to receive the same grace as other children. So I do check my kids' behaviors all the time, but I do so with compassion and through modeling. I can't check them if I need to check myself, and I can't expect them to speak with respect if I'm talking to them all crazy. So it's important that we see ourselves as leaders by setting developmentally appropriate expectations, creating supportive environments, and most importantly, modeling appropriate behaviors.
I whoop them because I'm going to be a lot more gentle with them than the cops will be.
Girl, why are we letting how police treat us influence our parenting decisions? Our behavior has never been the cause for our mistreatment. You cannot beat your child into behaving well enough for a racist cop. It also serves the goals of white supremacy, which claims that the only way to tame us, to turn us into productive, responsible citizens, is through violence. Do you really believe that about your babies?
I love the way it feels to be a hater. Something so sweet.
All right, so my name's Kayla.
That don't matter. That don't matter. Come sign this, baby girl.
Oh, okay.
You genuinely already did it.
I'm looking at the bestie elite. Too bad you can't go and invest in petite. I'm thick and petite. Tell them quick, pick a seat. I'm thick and petite. Now you tryna pull up to my crib. I think you really gotta go. To be a hater, something so sweet about.
What is with the hyperfixation on trans women? They never speak about trans men.
I asked myself this question a couple months ago, and the answer is misogyny. There's a specific term when it comes to trans women, which is trans misogyny. I think that term was coined in 2006. Don't quote me. Misogyny can take different forms. Like we know, like for Black women, it's misogynoir. For trans people, it will be trans misogyny. And misogyny attacks anything that is perceived as feminine or presented as feminine. And this can be an action like crossing your legs, and interest like playing with dolls, or like a person that's presenting as feminine. And misogyny is there to make sure that people uphold gender roles and norms, but it's also there to push the notion that femininity is less than masculinity, which are both subjective, by the way. And another reason why you don't hear people talk as crazy about trans men as you do women is because it's not as profitable when it comes to fear-mongering. Oh, they're gonna go into the same bathroom as you. Oh, you're gonna get in bed with them and then find out later. But yeah, I'm just sharing whatever this is.
I love the way it feels to be a hater. Something so sweet about thinking that I'm bad.
It's hell on earth and the city's on fire. In hell there's
Didn't I do it? Why don't I do it?
What's a historical fact that you had to learn on your own and not in school?
The last human zoo did not end until 1958. For reference, that's only 3 years after Emmett Till's murder and 1 year after my dad's birth. For those that have no idea what I'm talking about, human zoos were zoo-based exhibits throughout Europe and the Western world that featured black people and other people of color from different countries that ivory-colored people found to be exotic. Some of the different races and ethnicities that were featured in these human zoos included Filipinos, native tribes from the Americas, black people from different African countries, etc. And these human zoos were especially popular during the 19th century during the age of new imperialism when white Europeans felt the need to colonize and change these savage-like beings. Or just simply wanted to exploit their bodies like they did with Sarah Baartman, who was put on display throughout multiple European countries and cities mostly due to the fact that she had a big bum. Not to mention some people in the crowd would throw money or bananas at them like they were zoo animals. And around 1 billion people attended these zoos that did not end until 1958 in Belgium.
Why are you weird? Why are you this way? Why are you weird?
Black girl with black girl hair. Took a little sun kiss just to look like this. God said you're an angel.
What is your most radical belief?
My most radical belief is that I want disabled people everywhere, with as vast a sense of autonomy as humanly possible, and in positions of power in society. 9 times out of 10 when I talk about this, people assume I'm just talking about physical disabilities, or disabilities where people see the capacity of the disabled person as the same as their own. A lot of people see disability inclusion as just making space for the people that are as close to normal as possible. They just have a physical disability here and there. No, that's not enough. No, I want all disabled people to have radical autonomy and the power to make decisions about our society and how we should live together, including those with intellectual and developmental disabilities. The most radical thing you could do if you care about disability advocacy and disability inclusion or what have you is to never assume somebody's capacity. The capacity for good or bad, the capacity to lead or follow. Unburden your mind from the assumptions you're taught to make from birth about disabled people. And that will in fact change all of your advocacy.
I didn't realize how bad my anxiety was until I got older, because I'm trying to plan for everything. So because I'm not expressing how I feel, or because I'm not really able to process how I feel in the right way, I'm trying to think of how you feel and then think of a response, and then think of a response to your response. So now I'm planning the entire circumstance, entire conversation, how everything gonna go, instead of just saying how I feel and seeing what happened.
Now you need to stop playing and lay your ass back down. I'm never gonna be this comfy again, and you gonna miss out on that for what? To go to your job? Fuck them bitches.
Oh, you gonna start feeling depressed if you spend all day in bed doing nothing.
So, you for real not about to go back to sleep? That's the best part. The best part of sleep is the going back to sleep. Are you fucking dumb? Is you stupid? What are the same 3 apps that you scroll every day and refresh even though there's nothing new on them gonna do without you, huh? You just gonna abandon them, you fucking monster? This could be you, by the way. You watching? You had to set 15 alarms just to wake up. You don't want to go nowhere. You don't want to do nothing. Stop with this fake shit. You don't even like your coworkers. That motherfucker John be pissing you off every day, don't he? I would never do that to you. Fuck John. Talking about you got responsibilities. You got things to do. Ain't none of them words in the Bible. Don't check. Everybody only want to think of me as a bed. I'm more than that. I'm home. I'm where you belong. Now lay your ass down and waste this day away, bitch.
Choose and miss the moment. You just too important.
How when you get the truth? You think you big meat? A big reach? Just a big bitch. Start calling you.
So for a while, I've been struggling with the term black excellence, and I couldn't figure out why it was bothering me to hear it thrown around. And the answer is because I'm never hearing it used in the terms of actual excellence. Only when we're talking about black capitalism or black capitalists. At least recently have I been hearing it used to describe black capitalists, and exclusively black capitalists is the only time that I'm catching it. So maybe I'm just missing something. And because black excellence is being tied to black capitalism in this way, and is seemingly exclusively black capitalism, statistically, most black people don't have a lot of capital. So the phrase black excellence isn't really referring to excellence among black people. It's referring to black exceptionalism in the eyes of capitalism. And it hurts because there are so many real examples of black excellence that have nothing to do with capital gain, personal capital gain. And I'm saying this publicly because I want y'all to drop y'all's examples of black excellence.
But I am the passion these holes. Know that everything is good to grow. Yeah, like cancer weeds and bitterness, unnecessary toxic stress. I need new one to fill my soul.
Pav, you experienced your first Haitian Nigerian wedding extravaganza.
Angels like you. Benzo made a city was made.
Just like my son. I am? That's so silly. Imagine that.
I love the way it feels to be a hater. Something so sweet about thinking that I'm better. When did it end? All the enjoyment. I'm sad again. Don't tell my boy.
I don't dance, but I know how to fuck. Throw that ass back, turn a real nigga up. Throw that ass back, turn a real nigga up.
You have optimism that they are going to be able to find this vessel.
No.
That's a hard answer to hear.
I need to bring it to every man's attention that our sisters didn't become bitches till you became a dog.
Some people say, forgive, but don't forget. I'll be forgetting, but not forgiving. With my attention span, you should expect it at this point. I walk around campus like, I don't know your name, but I know a bitch when I see one, and it's you, mother.
White men are tired. They're actually tired of patriarchy, but the thing is they don't want to give it up because they don't want to be poor, you know. That's a big conundrum. So they just complain and shit. And I know white men are tired. I know they tired because one of my good friends is a dominatrix. Yeah. And they be paying her a lot of money to fuck them up. Yes. She be spitting on them, shitting on them, beating them up, everything. Because they don't know how to feel. Because they got, you know, when you're entitled, when you're taught that the world is yours, like, when do you stop? When does the power end? Like, it's insufferable. And they end up, like, getting consumed with this idea of being at the top of the food chain. And when that doesn't pan out for them, they end up paying a black woman $400 an hour to kick them in the nuts.
Heard them bitches say they outside. Where they at? We gon' slide. Running through his bag like it's mine. Said I love him. I was lying. Got a whole squad full of dimes. Who bums? Not mine. Bitch call my phone by the nigga. I got her mad. I decline. Ay, this pussy gon' drive you wild. Why broke bitches always so loud? You ain't never got your kids, bitch. Get your child. Touch my hair, but we can get wild. Ay, like dum 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 dum. Heard that new bitch mad. Where you come from? Watch that body bitch built like a thumb thumb. Pressed by the broke nigga. Heard them bitches say they outside. Where they at? We gon' slide. Running through his bag like it's mine. Said I love him. I was lying.
I'm tired of the lies. I'm tired of the lies.
Medical racism? If you're sick, you're sick. What does race have to do with that?
Racism has everything to do with how people are treated in the healthcare system.
But my doctor isn't racist. Why should I care?
Because your doctor isn't the entire healthcare system. Medical racism refers to systemic biases and discriminatory practices that impact the healthcare of minoritized communities.
A study showed that 50% of medical students and residents had false beliefs about biological differences between black and white patients.
False beliefs like black people's skin is thicker, black people's blood coagulates more quickly, or that black people have less nerve endings.
Those who believed this provided less accurate care to black patients.
Medical racism has deadly consequences, including high black maternal mortality rates.
Black women are 3 times more likely to die during childbirth.
in some places as high as 7 times.
And there are literally medical equations that treat Black people differently.
There's an equation that assumed that all Black patients had better kidney functioning than any other race.
All because of the false belief that all Black patients have higher muscle mass, a lie that justified slavery.
It's wrong, it's racist, and it made it harder for Black patients to get kidney transplants. That equation finally changed only in 2021. You don't have to be a doctor or a medical student to care about this.
Information about medical racism can save lives.
Smarter in seconds.
Honey! Miss Honey! Miss Honey! Miss Honey! Miss Honey!
Hey, stop! Stop! Just drop the money! Nah!
Wait, you just teleported? Yes. Okay. Listen, just put the bag in. What are you doing? Resigning. I will no longer participate in organized crime. So, you don't want to try to escape with the money? For what? Why would I try? You want me to look stupid, don't you? No, I'm surprised. No, you wanted me to do the whole run back and forth as you teleport in front of me each time, and then I'll fall on the ground and try to crawl away looking pathetic? No! That! I didn't have that in mind. Shut up! I'm leaving with my dignity today. Why are you throwing your shoes? They were bought with previously stolen money. I shouldn't have them. Okay, I literally wouldn't have known that. You don't have to tell me that. Where's the police? So you're for real trying to go to jail? Willingly right now? I will handcuff myself.
I love the way it feels to be a hater. Something so sweet about it's a damn privilege to be breathing the same air, the same air I breathe. On his knees, no pictures please. Tonight it's just you and your fantasy.
Who's Jewel?
Jules was my first love. I'd like to remember it that way.
Slick back. No, slick back. That's what I said. Slick back.
No, nigga, I'm a pimp named Slick Back. Pimp named Slick Back. Pimp named Slick.
Everybody's falling in love and I'm falling behind.
One thing I hate about getting a cut, bro, and the locks done, I started laughing different. My fault, y'all. Just the sun is out and shit.
What unserious generational curse are you breaking?
You can chill. Like, you can have a chill day if that's what's happening. Go ahead and sleep in on a Saturday. The chores can wait. In fact, I might take care of it myself if I feel up to it. It is my house after all. But you don't need to be doing something just because I'm up and walking around. Yes, you can talk. Ask me why about anything and I'll try to explain it to you. But if you ask me why 500 times in a day and I say, let's say some of those questions for later, and you ask me why in response, I'll even answer that. I'm gonna let you know, I'll be honest. I need a break for today, but you can ask me why 500 more times tomorrow. I get that you're a kid and that you're excited and curious and that you're new at life. And you may want to know why things are the way they are. And I won't always have the answer, but it's okay. Your dad's a researcher. I know how to find the answer. And even if I don't, I know somebody that does. Yes, you can talk back to me. You'll actually never know what that phrase means. In my house, we'll call it a conversation. If you feel like I'm being unfair, let me know and I'll take inventory. If you felt invalidated or like I didn't hear you, I'll do what I can to improve in those areas. Yes, I will say sorry. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to center myself in the conversation about your feelings. Please continue. Hey, I had a long day and I might have projected some of that frustration out onto you. But it's not your fault. Sorry about that. Not only that, but I'll actively work to change my behavior in order to foster a healthy relationship with you. Ask me for help. At any stage in your life, ask me for help. If you need to come on back home, no shame in it. Come on back home. I got you for life. You are my lifetime responsibility. There's no age limit to that. What about y'all? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments, and as always, like and follow for more content.
So I just came across this post. A lot of people don't have the capacity to love their kids past the...
I think a lot of people keep forgetting that kids are human. You don't even have to be a parent. It's adults that look at children and just get irritated the fact that these are living human beings that actually, have boundaries, that actually are living. I think a lot of people just shouldn't be parents. If you have a problem with your child telling you, no, I don't like the food that you cook, no, I don't like the outfit that you pick out, like, Mom, Dad, no, I actually don't want to do this activity because is just not fun. If you're not ready for them to tell you no and for them to be vocal about it, you're not ready to be a parent. I don't think y'all understand that a child setting boundaries with you as a parent is not them disrespecting you. It's just not. You should actually want that. You are shaping them into the person that they want to be. Your child is not living for you. Your child is living. And I think a lot of y'all have children because y'all had no type of control over your personal lives. And in return, so you can get that control, y'all take it out on y'all kids. No. And yes, if you got a problem with what I'm saying, I'm talking to you. Y'all are horrible parents. Y'all very horrible. Y'all just want these tiny human beings so y'all can control and shape them into the people that y'all want them to be. And then when they get older, you get kind of confused as to why they not talking to you, why they're not visiting you in a nursing home. Because you was a shitty parent. Duh.
You're working with a magic, the badger, making it. Oh, I need to talk to you. Your work ethic is not ethicing the way it was supposed to have ethic. So we're gonna have to let you go, which is really unfortunate because the company retreat is next week. You know, we're gonna be out of town thugging around with the hoochies. But I mean, you won't be there. You'll probably be at the welfare office. But I mean, you know where that's at. Well, I mean, your people know where that.
Excuse me, miss. I know it's not funny, but your perfume smell like your daddy's got money. Why you slumming in the city in your fancy heels? Just searching for a nurture who can give you ideals. Sir, you disgust me. Ah, so you disgust me. I'm a trust fund, baby. You can trust me. I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine. Some men say that I'm intense or I'm insane. You want a revolution? I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration.
We hold these truths to be self-evident that I'm gonna create an equal.
And when I'm in Thomas Jefferson, I'm a compelling to include women in the sequel. Work.
He said to call him on FaceTime. I said I can't because I don't look pretty. Because he was used to seeing me all dolled up when I'm out around our city. He had never saw my bare face before. He never saw my natural hair. And I was trying to stay cute for him. It turns out he didn't care. He said, "You're most attractive to me when you look like yourself, truly. And what the fuck does being pretty mean when you have such natural beauty? I never wanted you because of no flawless looks or the way you like to dress. I've always been more in tune with your spirit and the aura you possess." I said, "But these girls out here are always on point and my looks just don't compare. Their hair, their skin, their bodies, even I can't help but stare." He said, "Now, I'm not knocking no one else because they're gorgeous. This is true. Those girls are all a 10, that's facts. But baby, so are you. See, I had this way about me where I would always put me down. But speaking negatively about myself just doesn't fly when he's around because he wanted to help me see me, unlike anyone I've ever dated. And he was trying to make me fall in love with those parts of me I hated, and not in a manipulative way where he would own my self-esteem, but in an empowering way that would help me see just what I truly mean, because I had undervalued myself so much that I didn't know my worth. Be it my character or my looks, I had forgot to love me first, and he would look at me like I was the prettiest girl in the world, and I always found it strange. But seeing me reflected through his eyes, my self-image began to change. A man that helps you let your guard down will put insecurities in their place. So for the world, I get all dolled up, but for him, I simply wash my face. That was a different type of love. Patient man, waiting man, and he was so patient with me while getting through my heartbreak. And after months of dating each other and seeing each other, we finally decided to lay down, and it was trash.
We're gonna play the shut the fuck up game. You're first. You go first. Your turn.
Roydale and Alberstein's grandmother and my grandmother, okay, they were sisters. So that make me and Roydale and Alberstein, okay, that's going first.
Oh, sorry. Oh no, my baby mama keep me from my kids. She couldn't keep you away from a thing. She couldn't keep you away from them.
There is something so diabolical about the quickness in which this man forms thought and his lack of brain to mouth filter. Like, this motherfucker does not give a fuck. He is a danger to society.
Someone took the tires off my car and replaced them with cinder blocks. Who would do such a thing?
Do I watch cartoons? Class of 3000.
Funk, but you heard. Tell your granny that we got to throw down. Ollie, ollie, oxen, free your body when we come to your town. Jump up and touch the sky, fall till you hit the dance floor. I wide enough, baby.
If you need me, call me. No matter where you are, no matter how far.
Don't worry, baby.
Just call my name. I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry, 'cause baby.
Sister, is this you right here in this alley?
Sister, if you see a bitch in the alley with a bad bob, that is not me. Go the other way.
Who is this?
It's all by your side. You got it took too long.
No.
Oh my gosh! She's bald! She's bald and she's torturing people who have hair!
How you gonna be a broke Republican?
Tell 'em, Karma.
You need to pledge allegiance to the bag.
I get it, like bag, like flag.
Be your flower. I wanna be the one that you pick. I wanna be the one to tell you your shit do stink. I'm quite honest, but nevertheless, still impressed, cause I know I'm not the easiest mess. You still cleaning, huh? I love it when it's shit that we agree upon. I tell you, mind your business, it's your business when it's me involved. That's what you saying, I believe it when you say it. You like, why you looking at me? Cause I see you in my prayer, man.
I love the way it feels to be a hater. Something so sweet about.
Notice how I didn't
Hi, my name is Rachel Renee Russell, and I'm the author of Dork Diaries.
And my name is Nikki Russell, and I'm the illustrator of Dork Diaries.
We're so happy to finally be on TikTok. We're super excited to announce our newest book, Dork Diaries Book 15.
Tales from a Not-So-Posh Paris Adventure.
Coming September 26th.
Pre-order your copy today. Ooh la la!
The coffee comes chilled, but my tea is always hot.
Why are you in my business when you can't even afford business class?
You can check your bags, but you can't check me.